Hello, here's a 1 minute good news vlog. I don't know if I'm gonna store this inside. It's a big subwoofer in a bag to hook up. One a laptop, one old laptop, Toshiba from 2001 or something. It's dedicated to Age of Empires. Two dedicated GTA 5 laptops. Drives, CD drives, hard drives, Toshiba TV, two LG twin TVs, they're different sizes, two Miras, one remote boat, one empty Xbox that's in the other room at the moment. Okay, so if all those things are just on one place, that's a one a night stand, and I would have been able to fit my clear desk here on top, so it would have been able to pull out for a sitting desk. It's not just a Frederick IKEA standing desk. It says it on here somewhere. There's a sticker. It says Frederick. Discontinued now. What I'm really trying to say, the good news for the last is after 6 years, I got a 7-year itch, and I took care of that thing. This thing. I'll just say it again. I've already showcased it before. I'm just waiting for the scar to heal in a certain way. In such a way, on my other phone, I have images of a scar healing, like the song Scar Tissue, Red Hot Chili Peppers. With the birds I share this scar tissue. And scar tissue, achoo. I've showcased this before. It's serotonin, antidepressants. I have a prescription. And on a Thursday, right? It's an old necklace. Thursday. It's not supposed to be upside down. It's supposed to be right side up. And into the drain it went. And I suppose I could put it on. I don't know why not. I suppose maybe perhaps that yeah. Not only do I suppose I could put it on, now I know. It's like I think I can, I know I can. Okay, so I have it on, and it's on a keychain. So now I can take it off. So here is with a little bit of this. This was what I was trying to make this. I don't know what it is. If it was from a Christmas ornament, it says made in Japan. It's very thin metal. I mean, it's like flimsy. The tiniest piece of titanium compared to aluminum or whatever. It's like a Titanic is made out of this stuff. It's so not fiberglass. I don't have a lot. These are just things that, like, this was a piece of a wooden spoon that chipped when I chewed on the wooden spoon. It's like a lotion spoon or something, and that can be shown here. This is the key, this yellow word, iodized. There's an old company that people ought to recognize with the umbrella. This one's from New York, Watkins Glen, New York. It's still about half full, and I used the remainder for a toothbrush, for brushing my teeth. So what? Yeah, I took care of that thing. I did it myself with a little bit of help over here. Looks like that is very unfortunate that the video is not there. Let me go into my history. This one. I was going to have quotes of, so I just want to show all the comments here. Let me check the newest. I really went through these. So here's someone who has one in the eye. It's a lesion. Like if I search Roman lesion number 9, so that's IX in Roman numerals, it just kind of disappeared in the 1st century. Nobody knows what happened to it. And it's very symbolic here. Here's a doctor from the UK. Oh no, I was trying not to show the pictures because, so it's a lesion, and if I just search these two words, again, it's an umbilical thing. So if I add umbilical, that's the name of my channel, Double Dollar Umbilical. There's people who have done this at home right here. See, I know it's disgusting, but the treatment is shown and proven to work. It's really, really gross. It's a lesion. And that's, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this surgical tape. This is how much I used, about half of it, or more, maybe more. I went through a few Band-Aids, not many. These are more for the remodeling of the scar. I'm trying to prevent the scar from being very apparent. Said it takes about 2 years to heal because it's a deep wound. Like, I'll show it again, my mangina that I got over 10 years ago when I was working. I'll turn on the lights. Okay, I was window cleaning. I'd started a window cleaning business, janitor business, and someone approached me when I was cleaning windows at a laundromat. Okay, and they said, "Hey, we just purchased this building that's foreclosed over here. It's very, very dirty. It hasn't been cleaned in years. And we just need you to do the windows and the other things." And I did the other things. I started, no. I was just doing the windows. But I pulled one of the sides off of it, and I started to clean it with a big scraper metal razor that's very large, professional use. And I was scraping it with my other hand like this and holding it, the sign, and it slipped because I'd probably sprayed some Windex on it or something, and it slipped and went straight into my arm. And so to heal this, it took at least a year. It was such a deep wound. And this is how the scar looks now. Unfortunately, I was recovering alcoholic at this point. I was like 20, early 20s. And, it was kind of going to recovery centers and stuff. People didn't believe me. They're like, "We think you did it on purpose. We think you made a mangina." And I kind of laughed. I kind of got upset. I was like, this is an outrage. I didn't do this on purpose. That's like saying I wrecked my car on purpose or something. Intentionally, right? And I don't know. Hey, at least I got a free smoothie coupon out of this. Got this on October 2020, not 1920. But yeah, I took care of that thing. This was supposed to just be like a few sentences. And that's where I was going to have GTA 3, like Gangster, the Forellis, or the Corleone family, or who else is there? The Sindaccos. The guys on the street, they just say these random things. Yo, hey, I took care of that thing. I took care of it. I did it myself with a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of the surgical tape. So it says made in Japan. This thing, I was like, what do I got it down here? I got this. Still full of water, kettle. And this is an electric kettle, so it just sort of heats itself real easy. And I'm like, it's like this wooden spoon was full of salt. It wasn't the first thing I tried. The earbud I tried the most. It's kind of like being Thomas Edison. I had to do like 1,000 different versions of the bulb to get rid of the bulbous lesion and via salt. And I found a Robin Williams stand-up from the 1980s where he does this impression of something. I got to find a link to it, but he's like making like these noises of it. And I was like, that was really the thing. How it most reminds me of that. And this cracking the paint reminds me of when RoboCop takes off. I don't know if it's when they fix him up and make him into the robot, or towards the end of RoboCop 1, they show his bullet wound, the fatal bullet wound. And after they had healed it up and made him into the robot, it looks just like this. And so it's like, this was like taking a plunge or something. Like, it was a real roller coaster. I thought it'd be done by Thanksgiving, so I started at 2 weeks, as the doctor says over here, virtually. Or not this one. This one here. Discover Dermatology is the channel, and excuse me. Let's see about it. I don't know if he has a Facebook. Maybe I'll send him this video. But the people in the video comments weren't very helpful, except for one person in the comments. Here's information about him. So we can see he recently joined. Whoops, wrong video. The hundreds of comments here, probably I wouldn't have even made the attempt, like burping and stuff. But yeah, I haven't read these in a while. But yeah, I definitely read through every single one of these hundreds of comments, sorted by newest all the way to the oldest. And I thought people were making it up. They said, one guy said, I got one on my forehead, and, you know, it just ended up falling off, and that's about it. So the lesion is gone now since January 15th, about, 30 days ago. And I've just been trying to heal the wound with Aquaphor. So after the heating portion and the salt sort of is like artificial heating, iodized sodium, like NaCl or something like that, dextrose, potassium, you know, they iodide, they got all these chemical formulas of it, and then I really heated it. I started to like this, you know, I'm like taking advice from like the strangest places, like Twisted Metal 3 trailer spot. I started thinking about this, like, what about this? But no, I didn't mess with that. Instead of that, I just used this because the heat could be adjusted a lot easier. I just held it, was like for a second. That's a hot rod, and I can show where I got the idea from YouTube 6 to 7 years ago. I'll go ahead and search it. Removal at home. All right, so this right here, quick and painless. Okay, I tried this 6 or 7 years ago. There was a pimple that I got sleeping in the sun in Hawaii, and I tried using a pen like the movie Hellraiser. Where does it show? He briefly, see, he's got a torch here. I didn't have a torch. Or any of this. It didn't work. It made it worse. And foolishly, I scratched it off. One of them has this one. See, I see this is where my spot was. It looked like this, very small. 6 years ago, it looked very small. And all the 2,000 people in the comments say, yeah, this works. And they're making a joke about it's patched, like a video game needs a patch when it's not running. But yeah, so the solution to this from 7 years ago is, in fact, going to be, I think that actually might have been the video that led me to rename it as, like, there's either like a He-Man, like the character, He-Man, the cartoon character, He-Man, a hemangioma, like Oklahoma, or a granuloma, or a lesion. Different types of skin conditions, right? And this one apparently appears to be the umbilical version of umbilical, like an umbilical cord that doesn't heal right, and just uses natural salt. It sort of simulates, it's kind of gross to think about, but, you know, it simulates the idea of if one animal is abandoned in the wild and there's nothing else to lick its wounds, pour salt in the wound, then it's just going to sort of develop this nasty looking thing. Otherwise, I'm just trying to heal it similar to a bullet wound. If I search bullet wound, it's going to look, I'm trying not to have it have a crater, so I do a little bit of stretching, like the song Scar Tissue says. I search deep wound, you know, whatever, deep wound, such and such. And that's about it. This was supposed to be a short video, so that's very comprehensive. And I'll just say it again. Whatever, it's been 15 minutes. Hey, I took care of that thing with a little bit of this super iodized salt, sodium, something like that. A little bit of that and a little bit of this surgical tape. And this is the thing right here. So that is it. I'm just waiting. I gotta wait 1 or 2 years for the wound to heal. Kind of look like a bullet wound, to be quite honest. And I've grown my hair out and done all type of wild things. There's a lot of music about it. Before I end the video, I almost pressed the wrong button. Let me search Twisted Metal 3 trailer. I was putting this off for forever. I was like, or no, not this one. Twisted Metal PS3 trailer. This one right here. Oh. The song of this is, so we can see Sweet Tooth gets that right there. That's the same place I got it. Same side of my head too, I think. He takes the flame, he becomes a flame head like the old Jinkos, and he's like, oh. And the other guys start laughing. So yeah, that is indeed it. Wow. Chung. PlayStation. Chung. This is another one of my favorite songs. Let me show how this goes. Is this copywritten? Let's see if it is, if it's not. Yeah, it is. If people are familiar with Beavis and Butthead, what they do, they're like, like both Beavis and Butthead, like on the disco dance floor in Las Vegas, and the first Beavis and Butthead Do America Part 1, they're on the dance floor, and it's Red Hot Chili Peppers' Love Roller Coaster song, and they're doing their dance to it. It goes perfect with that song. Here's my father watching the game last night. Towards the end of the fourth quarter, 6 minutes left. So here's my ID from studying utilitarian philosophy at University of Texas at Arlington. Is a really good philosophy department. I think it's actually just across the big Cooper Bridge over here. Is where the philosophy building is. I had to memorize this number, my student ID number, because I had Outlook email. 542423 is the end of it. 1000. 542423, because of the Outlook email. And I got two, I think they're unregistered. Outlook not so good, like 8Ball would say, at Outlook.com, or look out man at Outlook.com. They're both unregistered, so it's just a helpful tip. So that's all.